Druid and shapeshifting is coming to Path of Exile 2. In 0.4 we can transform into a big bear that will charge over the enemies, a very fast wolf that will perform fast attacks and became a pack of leader of many wolves, and a very flexible dragon/wyvern that we are switching between melee and ranged abilities. And of course we can just stay in a human form to call down tornadoes or just watering our plants. What's up guys, Budget here. The first and the most basic form is, for a druid, is a bear. Very slow but chunky. It will use slam attacks and also perform war cries, and also you can combo with your volcano ability. Slamming near to a volcano, it will release even more projectiles for more extra damage, and also you can just remove on your enemies, and the bear will consume rages with the abilities while also generating rage. So the rage will be another source that you can spend on your abilities and empower your next attacks or next move sets. You can use all of your rage and just remove every single enemy while leaving behind eruptions that is dealing also fire damage, and you can also call down firestorms while you're charging. So it's a big devastation attack, and it's very surprisingly looks strong in the footage. Next form that I want to talk about is the wolf form. So the wolf form is, as you can see here, it's a pretty damn fast. The wolf is the more agile variant, so you will attack very fast, and also you have an ability that can freeze the enemies, and also there is like a double slash attack or something like that. That looks like pretty damn strong even on the footage. By the way, you can become a pack leader of many wolves to deal even more damage, although we don't know how much more damage you will deal per wolves, but I expecting like maybe like 10 or 50% more when you have a full pack of wolves around you, but we will see the numbers later on. And also you can call down the full power of the moon that will empower you for the next few seconds significantly, literally like 60% extra coil damage. And I pretty liking this one, by the way, because finally it's not only lightning damage that is, you know, extra, so at least it will be can freeze the enemies, and also looks pretty damn cool in my opinion what we was seeing in the reveal video. And the next form that I want to talk about is the dragon/wyvern form. In this form you will use melee and ranged abilities. Using melee abilities you will use your wings, and also you can just literally slap in the face your enemies with your big wing and cause explosions when they nearly at dying stage or getting stunned. And also you can eat corpses to generate power charges, and power charges will infuse your wings with lightning, and also your explosions will be also dealing lightning damage, and it's looking pretty damn cool, especially with this lightning coming out of your wings and explosions. This was the melee part of this form. You can use rolling magma as your ranged ability. You spitting out magma, and this will bouncing, and it will deal damage and also leave behind burning ground. And also if using a near volcano, the volcano spit out even more projectile. So this is a combo ability. We will see how it will feel, but on the footage it looks very nice. The other thing is you can spit out oil, and what oil can be flammable, right? So you will be very easily ignite the enemies, so you will deal fire damage. Also supporting the fantasy of this class, you a big dragon that is spitting out fire. But we not stopping here, because you can take flight and just literally breath flames at your enemies and burn down the whole screen if you want. And this ability is, by the way, a channeling ability, and it's costing mana and rage at the same time, although in the first 4 seconds it's not costing rage, it's only costing mana. So if you can keep up your mana and rage cost, you can literally infinitely breath fire at your enemies. We will see how it feels like, but in the footage it looks very satisfying. If you don't like the whole shapeshifting or anything, you can just stay in human form and summon tornadoes rain that is making more capable the enemies to freeze and shack because, you know, they wet. And also you can just literally use plants, and also you can use the rain to watering your plants, empowering them, doing something better, like dealing more damage or slowing down your enemies even further. Although my personal opinion, guys, from the review page, the numbers on these ones is not really impressive in my opinion, unless you know, with higher levels it will deal more damage. And also the vines, when you watering vines, it's looking good, so it's you know, starting slamming your enemies, but I don't know how exactly this will look like in a real scenario on mapping, because it's kinda looks like slow, and you know, combo gameplay, it's not really fitting, especially if you're getting, you know, swarmed by enemies. But we will see with the changes how it feels like, because you know, they changed the monster density, so how many monsters on a single map or a zone. But we will see how it's turning out, this whole combo mechanic. But I don't want to, you know, judge by a few seconds of gameplay, so I will play by myself and testing out majority of these abilities, combos, and so on, and we will see how it feels with the changed density on maps in campaign and so on. On the review page, we also can see what skills we can use with the shapeshifting with the druid. And also, guys, keep in mind, please, all of these shapeshifting skills is not exclusive to druid, so you can literally use as a blood mage, as a abyss leech, or something like that as well. All of these skills you can see here, this is how you can transform into something. So you will use a talisman. Talisman is providing you the form that, so now the skill, guys, so the wolf can use the lunar assault and the cross slash and lunar blessing, although there is a few skill that is still unknown at this point making of this video. So in the next following day, GGG will reveal maybe the missing skills, but so far so good, guys. So the lunar assault is a very fast attack, right? This is when the wolf is attacking very fast, and as you can see here, it's more likely build up freeze and also just cold damage. So this is the basic ability in my opinion, and this is the cross slash. This is sadly a cooldown ability. We will see how it feels like and how it's performing with the cooldown. It's not a big deal, 2 seconds, okay-ish, but we will see, because cooldown gameplay, I'm not a big fan about it, guys. And the lunar blessing, this is how you can cool down the moon power. So this will grant you a pretty huge damage, as you can see here, 52% of damage gain as core damage, so that is extra damage, very impressive buff. And the next one is the beer. So we're just only getting 2 skill for this one, because this is a meta skill, this is a different ability, so this is not exactly an attack ability. We were getting the Furious Slam. This is once again, guys, a slam based character via B, so sadly it has plus attack time to the attack, which means maybe it will feel kind of bad if you played a slam build. So this is why I'm not really leaning towards to the beer gameplay, more like into the wolf or the dragon, but we will see about that one. Walking Calamity, this is the big devastation ability. Sadly, it's using glory, and glory building up, you know, when you stunning enemies. Maybe they changing this one as well when you igniting enemies, so you will gain glory. But honestly, so far the beer for me, it's not really that impressive as the wolf or the dragon. Now talking about the dragon or the wyvern, how you liking it. So this is the first ability, this is the basic one, this is the wing blast. This is also has plus attack time. This is the explosion ability, so when the enemy is almost prime stand, or you know, the little bubbles you can see on the footage on the enemy head, you using this and it will immediately getting stunned and release a shockwave that will deal damage. We will see how this is working as well, guys, because I'm not a big fan about multiple button gameplay, but we will see how it feels like. And Devour, this is how you will generating power charges when you eating the corpses, because the the power charges will empower your attacks, even your, the wing blast, and basically this is how you will generating easily power charges and also regenerate life as well. But honestly, on boss fights, I don't know how you will utilize this one, if you even can. Oil barrage, once again, the name is literally telling us what is this doing. This is how you will cover oil the enemies, and also it has an empowered part as well with the power charges. So once again, it's very important to use power charges in this build. And here the flame breath, guys, this is the big ability, and this is a channeling ability with mana and rage cost per second, although it's ignoring the first 4 second rage cost. So you can easily, I would say easily, use flame breath for the next 4 seconds, and then you will start digening your rage as well. But honestly, the damage number on this one is not really impressive, more like maybe it's an ignite based, so we will see, guys, how the ignite will feel with this one. But honestly, maybe the hit damage will be as well enough, hopefully, because otherwise I can't really see so much people would use that. And here, guys, the human form variant, if you don't want to use all of this stuff that we was talking about, here is the volcano. Volcano will take place for, I feel like, almost all of the forms, only not for the wolf, because the wolf doesn't have any synergy with this, but the bear and the wyvern has synergy with this. So this will be, I feel like, a very important skill, especially early on, because this is level 1, so you will getting this one on level 1, so you will use this one while leveling. And here the entangle, once again, guys, this ability is not really impressive in my opinion. So the damage, I know this is a level 1 damage numbers, but even on the footage was not really dealing too much damage, and it's kind of slow as well, as you can see here in the footage there. So it's kind of attacking slowly, so you need to wait, and you also need watering your plants. So it's I don't know, man, it's kind of weird like now, but maybe in game we feel differently. And here is the thunderstorm, guys. This is a very a cool looking ability, and also you can utilize this one with the the rain, so you will shock more often the enemies, maybe even you inflicting much higher shock value on the target. But we will see once again, guys. So all of this footage literally just a few seconds, so there is nothing that I can really test right now, but when it's releasing, I 100% we are testing out. And we getting a new support totem. This is once again not exclusive for the druid. We were getting a spell totem support, which is, by the way, very nice. So basically you can turn any spell in the game into a totem, although consume free power or endurance charge. So it's kinda questionable in my opinion if this is can be spammed or anything, because the way you need to generate power charges is kinda hard in my opinion, unless you doing the devour with the wyvern. But we will see. Once again, guys, I not really got sold on this one because the damage penalty on this one, less damage, less cost speed, it's kinda questionable in my opinion. I don't want, once again, guys, say a bad thing about something that I'm not played, but on paper it's not looking that good in my opinion. We will see once again when we can play. That was my class review for the druid. Till then, guys, I hope you enjoyed my review video about the druid shapeshifting with all of the information that we know currently. If you have any question or any suggestion or any opinion about this class or the patch, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pidget2. Thanks for watching. I was Pidget. See you next time.